Ja, herzlich willkommen zur neuen Ausgabe vom SI Talk. Wie gesagt, ich bin in Zürich bei der Denver Gold Show auf dem European Gold Forum und ich habe hier jetzt eine ganz spannende Company. Aureus Mining ist notiert in London und an der TSX unter dem Symbol EUE in London und in Toronto. Ja, und ich bin mir ganz sicher, die hat auch ein deutsches Listing. Und neben mir ist David Redding. Er ist CEO und Präsident der Company. Und das ganz Spannende ist, das ist eine neue Mine, die in Liberia eröffnet wird im ersten Quartal 2015. Sie sehen hier schon Fotos von der Konstruktion. Also der erste Goldbar wird im ersten Quartal 2015 produziert und die Full Production wird im ersten Halbjahr erreicht. David, thank you that you have time for me. I told my people that you will start with the production 2015. So we are really in tough times. So how you can finance this and what was the capex cost and how do you finance the whole project?
The capital cost was 152 million. We've spent about 60 million so far already, and you can see that from the photos you showed. Mm-hmm. We have debt financing with banks, commercial banks, for approximately 100 million. Mm-hmm. And we have a cash position now of approximately another 40 million.
So that means you have a buffer before something going wrong?
Correct. So. And we did a good financing deal with the banks, all in the costs, including all fees and political risk insurance, a total of 6% mm-hmm. from the 100 million.
Okay, that's really cheap.
Plus we've today drawn down the first $32 million of the 100 million facility.
Okay.
So we've passed all the conditions precedent mm-hmm. to start drawing the money.
Coming to the project itself, what is the average, what do you think you can produce in the first few years? First, and what is the average all-in sustainable cost? Well,
the production average over the first 6 years will be about 120,000 ounces per mm-hmm. year, but the first year will probably only be about 90,000 mm-hmm. ounces as we ramp up. Mm-hmm. The all-in sustaining costs are $850 an ounce.
Okay, and you told me before that with the financial cost you're coming closely to...
Yes. If you're looking for a break-even cost in terms of payment of taxes, repayment of debt, you're looking at just over $1,000 an
ounce. Tax is a good point. What is the tax situation in Liberia? What you must pay?
We have a mineral development agreement that was signed last year mm-hmm. And was ratified by the legislature. Mm-hmm. According to that agreement, we have a fiscal policy or package. Mm-hmm. It's 25% corporate tax, mm-hmm. 3% royalty, and 10% free and carried for the government. Mm-hmm. We are allowed to reclaim all the capital and any sunk costs we spent to do feasibility work prior to mm-hmm. that before they are allowed to claim their 10% free and carried.
You told me also that this is only your first project and you won't bring this into production and then you create also your own cash flow. You can pay back your debt and then you have maybe a second mine also on your lease.
Yes, we've been undertaking some exploration about 30 kilometers away from the first site mm-hmm. in the same mining lease, mm-hmm. and that work is suggesting that we have potential for at least 1 million ounces mm-hmm. there. The grade is slightly lower, it's not 3.6, it's 2.1, but the strip is lower mm-hmm. because the rocks are mm-hmm. very flat dipping there, 30 degrees. Metallurgy results are very good there, like they are at New Liberty. So we're encouraged by the results that we've had today, and we're excited that we have a second project that we can expand and develop. Yeah.
But that would mean that you will expand your mill, that what you build now, and use the same mill for the...
Not sure. It depends how big it is. It's a nice problem to have. We can either truck it to the first mill or build a second infrastructure. But for sure, the second project will still probably take another year till we reach feasibility study, and another year and a half beyond that to build. So the philosophy of the company is to use cash flow from the first project to fund the second project.
I'm not really, or I have not too many references to Liberia, but how the process is to get a permit there. Is it quick? How long it takes?
I think it's not difficult to get an exploration license. You have to make an application, and if your application is the next application in the line, then you have the technical and financial capacity, then it's a transparent process. To get a mining license like we have, you have to finish a feasibility study, and you have to sign a mineral development agreement with the government that is ratified by the legislature. So we have a mining license that's valid for 15 years and can be extended for a further 25 years. And the mining license covers 457 square kilometres. So we have a very big mining license, actually.
Okay, so it would be the second project would have also in the same...
In the same mining license.
So you don't need another permitting process? And so on?
Well, we'd need environmental permits.
Permits,
but not another mining permit.
That's a big advantage to other one. Coming to your share structure.
Yes.
You have you have a lot of shares outstanding.
I guess we have 286 million. I guess there's been some dilution to get the project up and running, but that's it now.
Okay.
We're now fully financed, and we have strong shareholders. BlackRock and JP Morgan out of London hold 17% of the stock if you take both of them. And if you take all our major shareholders, including the IFC who've just come into us, you're probably looking at 65-70% of the stock being held by institutions. Now, we still have some liquidity though. We have some retail trading in London, so I think the average volume per day is something like 500,000 or 600,000 shares a day.
Yeah, I'm always a fan of a balanced shareholder structure. Especially in the last 2 years, where a lot of redemption hit the institutionals and them hammered down the share price. So I'm always a fan of a balanced, a good balance sheet and a good balance structure of the shareholder.
Well, I think we have both.
Yeah.
I think that we're not held by one or two institutions only, and there's still some retail flow. So I think we're in a good position.
My last question, and we should take only that we have a few minutes by each interview, is the social aspect for the company. What is really how to work with the community? You told me before you must relocate a village. How big is the support from the...
Okay, the village involves about 350 units or housing complexes, if you like, to house about 1,700 people, of which 50% is probably children. We employ as many locals as we can, and all the contractors that we use, where possible, we try and use local contractors. We have a number of projects going on to develop and train people involving brick making. We're teaching people how to build houses, how to build roofs, how to build doors and windows, how to grow vegetables, and we've brought simulators onto the property for trucks to teach people how to drive. So we have a number of initiatives in place. In fact, we have a strong social license, and the president of Liberia sent her people from her government office there last week to inspect what we've done, and we're so delighted that she's now informed me she's visiting on Monday. Okay. So I'm in Liberia next week with the president of Liberia to show her around the project.
That's very good. That shows a big support. David, thank you for the introduction in your company. Good luck with the mine.
Thank you very much.
And hopefully we can meet us one of the next shows, and you can show me
the gold bar.
That would be fantastic. The first one. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Ja, nur mal kurze Zusammenfassung. Also Projekt in Liberia, Mine, Open Pit, $865 All-In-Kosten, das ist sehr niedrig. Großer Support, voll finanziert, und 70:30 Shareholder Base, das passt. Und von daher muss man ehrlich sagen, von den Kosten her, also von den Gestehungskosten, extrem günstig, und die könnte genau ideal in den Fokus reinfallen, wo ich eigentlich einen steigenden Goldpreis erwarte, und dann ist die Company natürlich wirklich in einer sehr, sehr guten Position. Sollte man sich also auch auf die Watchlist setzen. Aureus Mining ist sicher auch in Deutschland notiert, und ja, die sollte man sich im Fokus